YouTube family, how are you doing? And welcome to Women of a Particular Age podcast, where we discuss women's views, life lessons, and a little bit of sugar honey iced tea. Y'all, how are you doing? First and foremost, please put in the comments. Please tell me if you like these. My daughter got them for me for my little outfit. She always be trying to act like she putting her mama on, but she don't even know she got her style from her mama. So please in the comments, if you like these, because I wanted to do something different, please let me know. Okay? Before we get started, please like, share, and subscribe. JollyStudios@gmail.com, www.jollystudios.com. First and foremost, I hope you guys are doing well. I had a wonderful day today. Work was good. I got all this stuff I needed to get done, and I finished work. And hey, I figured, okay, let me pop up on here. There's some stuff that went on this weekend, and I kind of wanted to talk with you about it. Plus, I saw a movie and a documentary that I wanted us to discuss. So let's make sure we do that. Okay. All right. So let's get into it. So, you guys, let me tell you the stuff I'll be wanting to share. Okay, so I was sitting at my table and I was writing down what I wanted to talk about as far as the topic. And I had the topic in my head, but the topic evolved into something else. So let me tell you what the topic is, and then I'm going to share with you, and then I'm hoping in the comments you will share with me. Okay, so this is the topic, y'all. I'm afraid of Father Time, anxiety. And oop, let me stop because what didn't I do before I was supposed to do it? I always have me a little glass of wine before I start. It's my party, and I cry if I want to. Okay, so y'all, let's talk about it. Today's topic is I'm afraid of Father Time, anxiety. So let me tell you guys something. So the reason why there's two parts to this topic is because I want to tell you what I deal with. I want to tell you how I want to tell you what's going on with me. I want to tell you how I try to deal with it. And then I'm hoping that in the comments, if you deal with it, maybe you can tell me some ways of how you deal with it. Okay. So I'm a person that usually doesn't stress about a lot of things about nothing. But I didn't even know that this was a concern or a stress. So the reason why the title says I am afraid of Father Time and anxiety is because, of course, all the time when I'm on here, I tell you guys that I'm 54 years old. So I ain't tripping about being 54 years old because I'm cool with it. You know what the issue is about being 54? Eventually, I'll be 64. And if I'm blessed enough, I'll be 74. And if I'm even highly favored, I could be 84. But the issue with all of that is not that I'm getting older per se in number, but the feeling of not being agile and active. So that is what I've been dealing with. I know that there's a quote that somebody always says that a body that stays in motion, no, a body that's in motion stays in motion, a body that's at rest stays at rest. And the reason why I'm telling you I'm rambling on because I want you to kind of understand what I'm talking about. My anxiety is that I used to take care of my mother, and before she passed away, I was on a regiment, meaning that I would get up at 5:30, between 5:30, 6:30 in the morning. I would before I would go to work. I would sometimes bathe my mother, feed my mother, and do all these things before I would get on the freeway. And then at the time when I would drive to work, I worked an hour and a half away from here. So that means that I would have to do all these things before I would have to go to work. And then coming on my way back, I still live an hour and a half away, but it takes me 2 hours because of traffic. And then I would get home. I would take care of my mother. I would get dinner ready. I would do some other things. And by the time I would look up, it's time for me to go to bed. Now, just imagine doing that for maybe like 22 years. So now that my mother, God rest her soul, has gone to glory, I haven't unwound that whole type of protocol. So meaning that I get up every day around 5:30, 6:30. Okay, I don't start work till 8, but I get up at that time still, even on the weekends. I don't actually take naps. I continuously are moving. I mean, I'm doing a lot of stuff. I never slow down. I don't know how to just relax and just stay in the bed and just sleep. I can't do that. I have to be up. I have to be moving. I have to be doing something all the time. And my poor husband, it drives him nuts because he's more chill, he's more relaxed, and I'm not. And the reason why I'm not, you guys, is because I had to sit down and I had to think about it this weekend. What is going on with me to make me do stuff like that? So then I had to sit down and I really thought about it. And I talked to one of my friends and we figured it out. And what it is, you guys, I'm scared of not being able to be agile and to take care of myself. Now, yes, I know it's a blessing to have children. And yes, they said that they will help take care of me. But I think that what I'm trying to tell you is that I have the anxiety of somebody taking care of me. Honestly, my prayer has been to God that He let me live as long as He lets me live. If it's my 80s or 90s, that I fall asleep and pass away or something of that nature. But when I think about not being able to move around, it really does freak me out. So I did want to come on here and share with you that I figured out that I have anxiety because of that specific thing. Okay, now that I've put it out there, now that you know that I'm running around like a chicken with my head cut off, I don't take naps. I'm moving all day long, meaning that if I get up at 5:30, 6:30, my husband would be able to come on here and tell you that I'm moving until the end of the day. I don't take naps. I I I exist on limited sleep. And I'm telling you, it is because I'm afraid of not being able to be agile and to be able to move and groove. Okay. So now that I've put it out there, now that you guys got it, let's talk about some of the ways that I was told how I could work this out within myself. Because I want to feel better and I don't want to be stressing about something that I can't control. I can't control getting older. Okay. I do exercise, but we're going to get to that in a minute. So this is one of the things that I was told to do: meditate. And I was told taking time out to use meditation and praying allows me to put a place in my thoughts on the back burner and adjust my anxiety. So what I have been doing is when I get up early in the morning, instead of me just running around doing something, I actually stop. I pray. For me, I read my Bible for about 30 minutes. And then I notice that my day goes well. And I don't feel so high, like I need to be doing something all the time. So that that did make me feel better. So I am using that method. Okay, so now the next thing is setting realistic goals, breaking down tasks, and allowing myself to rest, even if I don't feel like it. So that's another thing that I'm having a hard time doing. But one of my best friends, my best friend Elizabeth, she watches this. She gets on me about not taking time for myself and taking a nap. So this weekend, Lizzie, I actually took an hour and a half nap. And it actually made me feel good. And then when I got up and I started thinking about it, it made me feel bad because I was like, oh man, dang, that was like an hour and a half. I could have been doing something. But listen, I'm a work in progress, okay? Please be patient with me. God is not through with me yet. Okay? Now, another thing that I could do is to try to keep my focus on today because tomorrow is not promised. That's the problem. I'm focusing on stuff that I can't control. Anxiety. I know. I know I'm not supposed to be doing that, but guess what? I'm doing it. But I'm letting you guys know I'm working on it. Okay? That's the one thing I'm working on it. I'm working on it. Now, one of the things I do my best to stay healthy and eat right. Now, just like somebody asked me about my teeth, I go to the doctor when I'm supposed to, my mammograms, my checkups. I do all those because I want to know about something before it pop. So I most definitely do that. I make sure I get exercise, I actually run, and I actually walk. So I got that part down. Now, one more thing, limit your exposure to stress. Create a positive environment can help reduce anxiety. So I make sure that my environment is positive. If I start to feel like I'm a little bit wound up, the person that makes me calm is my husband because even if he's wound up, you'll never know it because he's always calm as a cucumber all the time. I just love him. He cool. He cool. I wish I would like him. He cool. So there's times that he helps me decompress, and I am getting better at this. But I'm going to be honest with you, I haven't mastered it. I just haven't, and it's going to take me some time. But if you guys deal with anxiety, you don't have to tell me the anxiety, but you could tell me, yes, you deal with it. I know that I'm not the only one that deals with it. I didn't know that this was what it was, but now I understand that this is anxiety of me not being able to feel like I can take care of myself or care for myself when I get older. So that's my anxiety. Wanted to share it with you. That's what it is. Okay. All right. So let's switch gears. All right. Let's switch the gears. Let's talk about the documentary that I saw. And it's a oldie. I ain't gonna say it's a goodie. It's not a goodie. It's just something that we're all familiar with. And it came on Netflix this weekend, which is American Murder, Gabby Petito. Now, let me find a picture for you. Y'all, this is Gabby Petito. Okay. And let me tell you, I know a lot of people know about this story, but I'm going to give you a little bit of backstory of it. All right. And I'm going to tell you what was played on Netflix. A three-part documentary series out now on Netflix tells the story of Petito's through interviews with her family and friends and traces how the search for her sparked nationwide interest. This this documentary, and if you've seen this story, this is back in 2021 when this came out. And I'm just going to give you a little bit of it. I'm pretty sure everybody knows the story. This was a young lady who decides to take a road trip with her boyfriend, and she ends up being unalived by her boyfriend. Now, this is an old story, so a lot of people should know this story. Um, every time I see this is like a wound with a band-aid where you just snatch it off. It always makes me sad when I hear about it. She was 22 years old. Her name was Gabby Petito, and she was with her boyfriend. His name was Brian Laundrie. They both fell in love, got into a relationship, and they decided to go cross country and live out in the wild and do all this stuff. And she wanted to be a blogger. And during that time that she was blogging, she blogged certain things. And I'm not sure if her boyfriend cared about her blogging or not, but it started to show in the movie that he might have been, in my opinion, a little possessive and a little manipulative. And it just shows you in this movie how she started to change, how she became distant from everyone because she wanted to make sure she made her boyfriend happy. I'm gonna just recommend that you go and see it. If you don't know the full story and you just know bits and pieces of it, go ahead and watch the documentary on Netflix. It just makes me sad every time, just the way that she was unalived, and then all the things that happened after that, which were very chilling, just disappointing, just the way that people handled this, and it's just I don't know. I don't know. Just made me sad. Just made me sad. Usually I tell you what my favorite part is. There is no favorite part. There's no favorite part in this because there was nothing favorable about it. Okay. So if you get a chance, go ahead and watch it on Netflix. It's out now. It's 3 episodes and it's really good. It tells you, gives you a step by step from the family's point of view and the friends of what they saw and what they experienced, what Gabby went through. The saddest part about this, and I'm going to let this go, is that Gabby wanted to be this big influencer. And the sad part is if you go on her page now, she became a big influencer after she passed away because of all this. And she has more than 7 million followers. The irony in that. Okay. So now we're going to switch gears because let me tell you what I saw this weekend. This weekend, I went to go see Captain America, Brave New World. Let's get you a picture. There you go, folks. Okay, so this movie was an hour and 58 minutes. Let's talk about the description of the movie. Anthony Mackie returns as the high-flying hero Sam Wilson, who officially is taking up the mantle of Captain America after meeting with newly elected U.S. President Thaddeus Ross. Sam finds himself in the middle of an international incident. He must discover, hold on, he must discover the reason behind the nefarious global plot before the true mastermind has the entire world seeing red. Y'all, this movie, once again, was an hour and 58 minutes. Me and my husband, we went to go see this on Valentine's Day weekend. We had a little bit of dinner. Then we went to go see the movie, had a couple of drinks. We always do. What I'm going to tell you is this. I thought the movie was good. I loved Anthony Mackie. I always love him in all the Marvel movies. I love him as Captain America. But I do have to be honest. This is not my favorite Marvel movie. I can't pinpoint why. Maybe because there was a lot of things going on between telling the story about the Hulk and then telling the story about Anthony Mackie taking the mantle. But I'm going to tell you, it's a good Marvel movie. It just wasn't one of my favorites. Okay, but please, I'm going to tell you to go see it. But I did like the fight scene between Anthony Mackie and the Red Hulk. So if you haven't seen it, you're gonna have to go see it, see who the Red Hulk is, and see who turned into the Red Hulk. So if I were you, go check it out. Still a good movie, just wasn't my favorite. Okay. Whew. All right. I think we got through it. So listen, y'all. So before you get off here, please like, share, and subscribe. www.jollystudios.com, jollystudios@gmail.com. I appreciate you guys coming on this ride with me. Thank you so much. And I hope to speak with you soon. And listen, comment on these glasses. Let your girl know if they're cool or not. Okay? Peace.